In our current world, have you noticed that a lot of people have something to say, something deep and meaningful to them, something that they're passionate about to their very core, and yet, how many of us are listening, truly listening? In this week's video, I'd like to invite all of us to listen a little more deeply, with intent, with purpose. Let's tap back in together. Have you ever been given the advice to leave your problems at the door? Perhaps you had a rough night, or your kids were having difficulty in school, or you just got into a fight with your spouse over who should have taken the garbage out. Spoiler alert, it was you! Regardless of why you received this advice, the intent behind it is sound. You can't work effectively, serve others, and be your best if you're still focused on the past. Even if the past was someone who cut you off in traffic or stole your parking spot 10 minutes ago. And while it's difficult to execute, we all intuitively know this to be true. If you work in a service or sales organization, if you're in a relationship, if you have a family, or in any position where you are required to listen, then there's a deeper layer to this wisdom. And just what is that deeper layer of wisdom? Leave you at the door. How often have you entered a conversation with a coworker or a significant other, often with the best of intentions, only to hit that moment where you know the solution, just what to say, or you have the perfect pun or punchline? We all have. And what happens when we have this mental epiphany? If you're like me and just about 100% of others that still have a pulse, you can't wait to say your response. You sit there, half paying attention to what the other person is saying as you bide your time so you can interrupt and jump in with what it is that you have to say. And what happens? You get your victory. You might make them laugh or stun them with your fantastic idea, but that victory, that moment you so yearned for, is so short-lived because the other person, they don't care. They aren't interested in your pithiness. They don't want their problem solved just yet. What do they want? They want to be heard. They want to be listened to. And most importantly, they want to be validated. When we jump the gun with our advice, our shared experience, or our humor, we not only tap out of the conversation, missing key information and opportunities to support that other person, but we tap out of life as well. So, how do we tap back in? We do so by leaving ourselves at the door. When you're about to enter a conversation, stop for a moment and commit yourself to giving your singular focus to that other person. This is easier said than done because you will be tempted to share your insight and if it's you, your brilliance, of course. And when you have this temptation, stop, bite your tongue, pinch yourself as hard as you can if need be. Then redouble your efforts. Ask questions. Ask them to go on. Give them the room to share all they need to share. They'll be grateful to you. They'll share more with you. You'll build a better relationship through trust. And eventually, you'll be able to share all that stuff you're dying to share anyway. But, and this is the key, you'll share it at a time when they are ready to listen and truly understand it. Tap back in.